Watch as I turn this pile of parts into a futuristic marble moving wonderland. Today we're diving into the ROKR Future City Marble Run, unboxed and ready to build. And here's something. Can I complete this in 1 hour? On their website it says it takes 90 minutes to build, but I had already built a marble lift that took around 30 minutes. So 1 hour to complete this? I don't know. And by the end of this video, we are going to review this model to see if it's actually as good as they say. Alrighty, it's time to bring this masterpiece to life. And I would really appreciate if you left a like for this video, it helps a ton. And make sure you subscribe for more 3D model kit videos and check out incredible ROKR kits. There's a link below, and use my promo code Martins15 to receive 15% off on everything. we are, ladies and gents. Our last city marble run has been completed. And I'm not gonna lie, I have not tested it to see if it works yet because I'm just sometimes overly confident, should I say? And before we go ahead and see the magic in action, we got to talk about a couple of things. Let's start with the instructions. Let me tell you, these instructions are really good, so clear and so easy to follow. They do show you instructions for basic play, which means there's instructions for only one of these kits, or there's instructions in this for an advanced play, which means you can stack up 2 or have them side by side, or have 4 altogether, so 2 by 2, which is amazing. We also have our parts list, and that was actually quite handy because there is a lot of parts that are separate and not attached to the actual plastic sheets. And when I do talk about the parts, everything was very easy to find because all the bags were numbered and the actual plastic sheets were lettered and each piece had its own number next to it, so it was very simple to find everything. And we've also got some spare parts right here and right here. And let me tell you, you do not want to get rid of any of these. Keep them in case you want to use them for advanced play. If you're not planning on purchasing any more of these at all, ever, you can bin them, but just in case, keep them. Now about the tools. So these are the tools that were included, apart from the magnet. I attached that myself because that helps quite a lot, to be honest, to hold the screw in place. It makes your life so much easier. We do also have a magnet at the end of this little stick right here, so that's pretty handy if you want to retrieve the balls from the actual marble run. And during the assembly I did use this just a couple of times, this end right here, to poke a couple of things or move. And when we talk about this, a lot of you, I assume, will have nipper pliers already because they're way handier, because this little nail clipper is just a little bit too small for my own liking. It does work well, but it's just too small, and it's actually quite slidey, so there is not much grip on it. And that's why I was using my own. So these aren't like the best nipper pliers, but these worked perfectly fine for me. So let me show you an example of these, so you don't have to really spend money on nipper pliers. So this is actually how close he gets, as you can see. There is basically no burr at all, so these are really great, but too small and too slidey for me. And the one thing that I will tell you, if you have burrs, do not sand them, because you do not want to breathe in microplastics, because you would end up sanding quite a lot of parts and it's just not healthy. We're nearly there, folks, just a couple of more things. So now I come onto the USB cable, Type-C cable that was provided in the kit. To be honest, I do not understand why would they give us USB cable that has both ends Type-C. I personally don't like that because you would need a special adapter to plug it in, or a power bank basically. One end should definitely be USB Type-A cable because everybody has that type of plugs. And the biggest thing, to be honest, that kinda gets on my nerves is that it's far too short. So if you want to plug in your models, not just this model, any model that requires Type-C cable, you must have basically an extension right next to you or plugged in near a socket, and I don't think that's useful. So that is why I have got my own Type-C USB cable from a previous metal model that I actually assembled, and this is over 1 meter long, and as you can see it has got Type-A USB cable on the other end, which is extremely handy. And yeah, it is so long I do not need to have my extension right next to me, it's way handier. And now the last thing is the actual assembly. It was so easy, all the pieces clicked into place with ease, and it was actually very satisfying build. And as you can see, the details and the colouring and everything, it looks absolutely awesome. And there are also a couple of moving parts in there. I don't know if they're all gonna move, but I should hope so. And do you remember how I mentioned that on their website it says that it takes an hour and a half to build it? Well, I can tell you it doesn't, because the lift took me around half an hour and this took me an hour 35. So I would say that hour and a half is literally just for the marble run, and that does not include the lift. And as we all may probably know already, most kits do take longer than it actually says on their website, apart from a couple that I've done in the past. And now, let's get those marbles in there and see if I've assembled everything correctly. And my fingers are crossed, trust me, because if it does not work properly, I would not be happy with myself. So I have plugged it in, and if I push the button once, it should turn on and work with marbles. So the lift should take them up and they should do what they're designed to do. And if I push the button again, we should only have and see the light display. So let's see, I'm going to push it once to see if everything, well, the lift works so far. Yep. So the lift is working and we can see some lights. Look at that, I love that blue one right there. That looks so cool. It's like a hole in it. That looks absolutely awesome. We got a light at the back right there, says moving, doesn't it? Oh, it says keep moving. We got a light at the bottom right there, and right up here, and right at the top as well. So that looks awesome. Let me push the button again. It should be just the lights. Yep, as you can see, we only have the light display. So far, I have built it correctly. Well, thank goodness. And let's now go ahead and pop in a couple of marbles in that top left hole and see if they travel all the way to the bottom. If they do, I'm gonna turn it on and I'll be absolutely delighted. So let's see what happens. So here's one. Good start. Yep, absolutely awesome. And one more, should go the other direction. Yep. Oh yes, that is absolutely amazing. Right, what I'm going to do is pop them all in and then turn it on. So that's all the marbles in, and let me tell you, you also need to make sure that this is sitting on a level surface. My one clearly isn't 100% level because there was a couple of balls that I dropped in and they just stayed right in that corner, because it's just not level. And let's now go ahead and turn it on. There we go. As we can see, the ball's travelling up and that looks absolutely awesome. Imagine having two side by side or stacked up, or four. Right, let me tell you, this is absolutely awesome. I absolutely love looking at that lift, how literally every single ball is bouncing at the same rhythm, side to side. It looks quite magical, to be honest, and the actual runs are brilliant. I love it how there's two different tracks, basically, two different sides. The one thing is, though, it is a little bit noisy, but it's absolutely awesome. So I would 100% recommend this to anyone, even if you're a beginner. It's absolutely satisfying, and hopefully one day I'll get another one or another three and have a gigantic one. That would be awesome. And I so hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more 3D kit videos like this one, and head over to ROKR website and use my promo code Martins15 to receive 15% off on all of their kits. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time.